Hey everybody, it's Robin. Say hey to Eastlake, anybody else that might be listening. I want to talk to you about how to handle the news because there's a lot of news flying around now. You can pick up your phone. I picked up my phone today and I find out on a global scale that, India and the UK are now shutting down. All of India is going to be shut down for the next 21 days and everybody's going to be staying in their house. Local news yesterday, they said all the kids are going to stay home. School's going to be out until May 1st. And then there's family news we're dealing with. Today one of my sons came home and said, hey, they're shutting my office down Friday. I'm going to be working from home. His wife is already working from home. And so, how do I handle the news? Stuff that comes in on my phone, stuff that affects me locally or in my family. I want to break it down like this. The best is to try to be wise and not worry when you hear the news, to be the person that spreads the wisdom in your family, to be the leader in your family or at work that spreads wisdom instead of worry is going to be so very helpful. So here's an idea on how to be wise, how to handle the news. When you hear news, make a decision. Is this news something I need to respond to immediately, or can I let it play out for a little while? Now, there's going to be things that we're going to hear on a personal level, community level, national level, global level, and we're going to know, hey, you know what? I need to respond to that news right away. I need to start making some plans, some decisions. There's some things I need to do, my family needs to do. Now, there's other things you're going to hear that it's really better to sort of let it play out a little bit and see what happens. Case in point, everybody ran out and bought toilet paper when they heard the news, and there was this big hoarding of toilet paper, and now people are trying to return the same toilet paper to Costco because it turns out there was plenty of supplies and supply chains, and so we could have let that play out a lot further and not rush and create all that panic. And so, when you hear the news, you're trying to say, okay, what do I want to respond to right now? Here's the big news. Do I need to respond right now? Or can I let this play out a little bit before I make a decision? Because, you hear some news. I heard about India and I thought, whoa, customer service is based in India. A lot of banks have customer service. What if they start not having enough people? And does that mean the banks are going to shut down? Then I'm thinking, do I need to go get my money out immediately because India is shutting down? And I just sort of played it out and I just had to kind of pump the brakes and say, wait a minute, I need to let this news I heard about India play out a little bit before I make any decisions. So that's, point number one is just say, hey, do I need to decide something now or do I let it play out? And then the second thing has to do with faith, that underneath the whole thing, that we carry a certain amount of faith with us, that there's something and someone larger than the news that we're hearing. The Bible says Christ was before all things are held together in him. So he was before all the virus broke out and the earthquake and all the economic stuff that are going to happen. There's going to be news now. There's going to be news after stuff starts to return somewhat to normal. And the thing to remember is Jesus was ahead of it. He's in it. He's going to be after it. And our faith is grounded in how he holds things together for us, how he holds communities and families and our personal lives together. That's our faith. That's what we're founded in as we process through the news, because we have to learn how to handle it. So I hope you'll take your time with some of it and let it play out. Other things are going to cause you to respond with wisdom right away. Spread wisdom, not worry. God bless.